Now, I know what you guys are thinking, okay? Amber, she is clumsy and colorful and cheery and bright and one of the most useless units in the game. And I'm here to tell you that she has you fooled. She is useless. She is all those things because that's what she wants you to believe. In fact, she is evil, pure evil. Evidence number 1.
Okay, let me finish my other stuff first, and then I can help you put up posters around the city.
The posters she puts up are not helpful. In fact, they're put in the worst places around the city. Like, look at this one. This one is on the wrong side of the Adventurers Guild. This one, it's on the backside of a building with no street next to it. It's literally in the most secluded area the game has to offer that isn't a roof. Evidence number 2. Every time she tries to help, something goes against the Knights' favor. So much so that one time she tried to do cooking and she actually burnt the kitchen down and the food. Evidence number 3. When you question her intent, she thinks you're on drugs and she starts talking funny.
I give you my apologies, strange yet respectable traveler.
She deflects. She doesn't want you to notice. She doesn't want you to question her. Evidence number 4.
These monsters have been getting too close to the city recently. My task this time is to clear out their camp.
Her job is specifically to remove the hilly troll camps that are close to the city, and those things don't go away. If anything, anytime you leave the city and she knows you're away from the city, them suckers attack the city. Coincidence? Evidence number 5. There is a magical door with no known purpose. What is hidden in there, guys? What's hidden in there?
She probably only needs the building because she now knows you're onto her.
Exactly. Evidence number 6. She has the same color eyes, the same jaw shape, the same length of hair, and the same bust size as the main villain. And they're both wearing red. Here's number 7. Twice in the campaign, she claims to be one of the 4 winds.
Speaking of which, the 4 winds we were discussing earlier, if you want to learn more about our history, you can ask Lisa. I'm not saying I don't know our history. I mean...
She doesn't expect me to pick up on that? Huh? That's why... When the storm came and picked us up and we fight the villain, even though she is right next to us, she doesn't get swept up because the villain cannot use the 4 winds skills against another member of the 4 winds. Amber is too strong for that. 9. She gives us a wind glider. Very kind of her, but only if we follow her rules and her instructions, despite her being a known criminal for her usage of air gliders. And in fact, she says all Outriders use it, but have you ever seen anyone use it? I don't think so. I don't think so. In fact, anytime someone in the game talks to you about an air glider, it's negative. Only Amber seems to be interested in air gliding. You know why? Because in that form, she cannot fly and hover like she does in her other forms, and air gliding is her best out. And she knows that if she teaches you to air glide, she can convince you to do her will later. 10. And look at this. These twin brothers, they talk endlessly about the scare that is Amber. You may think they're talking about the rocks because they were trapped in it, but that's what Amber wanted you to think. Lastly, her name is Amber, which means fire. And fires is what guns do. To some enemies and villains use guns. So Amber is a villain. In fact, Amber equals I am Ember. So now you're probably asking yourself, why on earth would she do this? Well, since she's one of the 4 winds, you have to look at what she said from a different light. And you have to assume that she has a larger plan in mind.
Let me officially introduce the city of wind, dandelions, and freedom.
When you first enter the city, the first thing she says is that this is the city of freedom. And as you go through the rest of the game, you begin to notice that the other cities are already controlled by gods. So if Amber is to take down the other gods, the only city remaining would be Mondstadt, the city of freedom. And why is she having such a hard time with that? She tells you that as well.
The city folk don't look too cheery. Everyone's been put out of place by storm terror recently. But everything will turn out fine as long as Jean's with us. Jean?
It's because of Jean. We don't know why Jean. Maybe there's something yet to be uncovered about Jean. But we can't get Mondstadt killed unless Amber finds a way to take out Jean. Very interesting. Now, the only thing I can't explain is as she's laying out this dialogue, she begins to tell you that the markets are affected, people are losing their jobs, everywhere around the city is going bust except for one place.
Except for the local tavern near the city wall over there. They haven't been affected. If anything, their business is better than ever.
The tavern. And the tavern is actually the one place in the city where your wanted posters are placed in an obvious location. So I wonder what's going on in the tavern. Maybe DeLuke has something to do with it. But that may be a study for another time. I know. You're convinced. She's evil.